Hi, everybody. Alex coming at you here, AZ Axel, Commissioner of the BYP. With a quick little update about our league, some updates and changes that have been going on in the background that we finally had to basically come and make a decision about today, which is partially why we didn't stream today as well. We have decided, or I have decided, because I am basically a one-man show with some help from other people who we associate with for the BYP, we have made some semi-last second changes to our back end charts in regards to pitchers. We've been having some issues where we don't really quite feel like we're getting a good read on our pitcher submissions this year. I'm not entirely sure if that's a difference between OTP 25 and 26. I would assume that it probably is. Um, we just have been having some really off balanced creations, player creations, and submissions and updates. So there's going to be a couple different things we're working on, and we're going to explain in this video here. The first and foremost is that we're going to be making it harder to get the upper echelons of pitch velocity. That's going to be our first fix because that's been the easiest thing to achieve for your starting pitchers. And as you have 125 upgrade abilities for your character, it was just way too easy for people to be able to get to the upper echelons of velocities. And that just completely decimates the stuff ratings across all submitted characters. We found that you didn't even need to put more than 15 points or even 20 points into a pitch for it to be pretty much maxed out if you were able to get your maximum velocity, which is how OOTP is designed, is that as you have more speed, pitches become better and better and better, except for a certain amount of ones that are just not affected by velocity. Um, but it was causing some issues with our league, so we have increased. I think it's about 5 or 6 points past the original cap, which was our maximum velocity. So for individuals who have been trying to earn max velocity over the course of the offseason and have been putting some points into that, regretfully, your characters will be pitching down closer to the 98 to 100 mile per hour range instead of 100 plus. Now, there's two things we're going to be doing to say that we're sorry for having to make this change. Um, First of all, we're going to be increasing pitcher boost caps to 150. We just realized that pitchers still do have about 2 to 3 more ratings and categories that they will need to put points into. So we've realized that while we upgraded batters to 125, and that pretty much will give you the ultimate batter you could possibly make, with our adjustments now officially to velocity, pitchers are just going to always have one or two major glaring weaknesses that they're not going to be able to work on without that additional 25 points. So for everybody out there who has submitted a pitcher, you now have additionally 25 more boosts that you can apply to your character starting today. You can use those to be able to get your velocity back up. It's only going to cost you a couple more upgrades to be able to do that if you are already at 100 plus miles per hour. So it isn't too much of a turn off for having to drop down the velocity a little bit on our players. The other thing we've done, our second thing we've been increasing, is we realized that our stamina for starting pitchers started off way too low. So we've increased that by about 15%. So every single starting pitcher in the league that is a submitted starting pitcher, should be seeing their stamina increase or uptick by about 15 to 8, well, about 10 to 15 to 18 in-game points. That's out of 100. So you should see a good little increase in your stamina. And of course, with that additional 25 points of additional boost range, it's actually going to be a good thing for starting pitchers. And I know some people are going to need some more caps to be able to make that work, but it will give you some more flexibility on your pitchers as well to be able to create them into their final forms and be able to have them ready to go for season 2. Otherwise, continue hitting those submissions in, guys. We actually are looking to acquire a few more starting pitchers. If you'd like to submit a couple more starting pitchers, I believe we are short by about 6 or 7 starting pitchers for season 2. We can always use fillers to be able to get those people in there. But if you are not a part of the BIP, or you'd like to have a second character for the season, or an additional character if you already have 2, we'd be more than happy to accept a few more starting pitchers for season 2. Otherwise, your submissions look great. We're just finished all the starting pitchers. Everyone's updated. I'm going to start sending out information about all of those pitchers, and then we'll work on the batters, and we'll get all those done as well. I'll talk to you all very soon.